live?
I think we might be.
Hello! Happy
Friday! How are you all doing? What a beautiful week we've had. Beautiful weather. I hope you're all feeling good and full of energy this week. So we have a topic this week which is mindfulness and meditation. And I really wanted to choose this topic because it has transformed my life. And I think it's transforming yours as well. Is it, Trace?
I'm a bit behind you.
Yeah.
On my journey. But I'm loving it.
Well, loving it, good. And you've done a lot more, haven't you, through lockdown and
Yeah.
So, I mean, I got into it, several years ago, and the reason I got into it is because even though I felt so much better in myself in terms of depression and anxiety, I'd gone for counselling and CBT, and I've been, looking after myself in terms of, exercise and nutrition and stuff like that. But actually, I was still, not 100% happy and feeling content. And I think what mindfulness and meditation has done has just really brought me into that moment and has stopped me from being in my head. Because I think a lot of us just end up in our heads and we kind of got all these thoughts going around all the time. And you're either in the past or you're in the future. So you're either thinking about and worrying about, oh, that happened and that happened, or you're thinking about what I've got to do next, and you're not
That's what it's done for me.
Yeah.
It stopped me living in the past, and it stopped me living in the future, which I didn't realise was such a big thing.
Yeah.
So, and my head is almost, so much quieter.
Yeah.
If that's a good way to describe it. Because I would wake up in the morning, literally wake up in the morning, and my mind would be reeling, not just of what you have to do today, but I'd be thinking of yesterday and, oh, what about this now, what about that? And I don't have that at all anymore.
It's amazing, because when you actually think about it, what's going on in your head, if you've got a lot of this chatter going on all the time, imagine if somebody was actually physically next to you saying all this stuff. Oh, you've got to do this now, you've got to do that now, oh, what about that? Oh, I'm worried about this. If you physically had that person there, wouldn't that annoy you? Wouldn't that wind you up? Wouldn't you go, oh, give it a break, man?
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing to ourselves.
Yeah.
So being able to switch off that has just been like life-changing for me. And kind of the mindfulness and the meditation. So I kind of really incorporate, both of those. Because some of you may not have tried either. For me, mindfulness is all about being present in that present moment, and you're not kind of judging things or putting a label on anything.
You're just
being in the moment and taking whatever comes. And being present is such a wonderful thing. Now, the meditation side of things, I use meditation on a daily basis, and I use it to quiet my mind. Because we're always going to have these thoughts that are always coming up all the time, and being able to allow those thoughts just to kind of pass over and not engage in them. That's what sort of meditation allows me to do. So when I meditate, I use various different forms of meditation. So it could be that I use breathing and breath work, and I focus on my breathing and do various techniques there. That's really useful. Or doing things like the body scan, where you're doing a scan from the top of your head all the way down to your toes, and you can kind of see if there's any tension and see which bit, what part of that body feels like. That's really useful as well. Sometimes I use, music, so I may listen to, waves or bird music or something, or use one of the meditation apps which take you through a guided meditation. So you can go do meditations for, gratitude, for stress relief, for sleep, for all sorts of things.
They're all free. You can.
There's so much for free. So Insight Timer is a fabulous app.
Yeah.
I mean, on there you've got all those different types available. You can do it to music, you can do guided stuff, you can do it for whatever kind of, whatever you're struggling
if you're struggling
with,
to sleep, if you're struggling with stress, anxiety,
healing, anything.
They literally have like a little, it'll say healing, stress, sleep. I find them really useful.
Yeah. So you've got that, you've got things like Calm, Headspace.
Headspace.
I love Deepak Chopra. He's great. His app is, you have to pay for his app, but there's so much out there on YouTube and also on Facebook and things like that. So there's lots of free stuff out there that you can just tap into. I also go to Suzanne's sessions as well, so she does online classes. Suzanne from Sessions with the Soul, and I do one-to-ones with her. So I personally found it.
I haven't tried doing that yet, and I want to.
Oh, and it just keeps you on top of things.
Yeah.
You know, because if you let something slip, then you just go back to old habits, because it is habitual. It's a habit that you've created to, I'm just going to engage in these thoughts, I'll engage in them more. And I think it's something like 17 seconds. So when you think about a thought for 17 seconds, whether that's a positive or a negative thought, it gains momentum and it kind of tracks other thoughts, other similar thoughts. So if you're in a negative cycle...
So it's great if you're in a good mood.
Yeah.
Or you've got good feelings.
You get that momentum.
The momentum of positivity and happiness. But if you're on that... Because it's so easy to start off with why do I feel like this? And then before you know it, you've spiraled into, you've answered your own questions, and so it has gained momentum in a negative way.
Yeah. And it's like, you know those days where you wake up and going, you've had a bad start to the day already, everything's gone wrong in the morning, you're already in that cycle, and that just it gets momentum, it just keeps going and keep going and keep going. If you stop that cycle, so, if you drop a cup and it smashes everywhere and there's milk everywhere, if you have no judgment on that and just go, let's clean that up, all of a sudden you're not putting emotion and any kind of negativity to that. If you drop that cup and you're like, I'm in a rush and everything happens to me and it's a bad day already, then that gains momentum. So all you need is that 17 seconds of, this is awful, or
and
I'm angry, or I'm
for the day, in a bad way or a good way.
Yeah, and that brings on another feeling, and another feeling, another thought, and you're in this cycle then. So being able to, what meditation and mindfulness did for me as well, hugely, was about having that no attachment, so that non-attachment and that non-judgmental thing where events are just events,
That's
people,
happening.
that's happening, and it's not good and it's not bad. It just is.
Yeah.
Same with people. You're not judging any person or any event. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So because we love labeling and judging everything. Everything that we do is good or bad.
Yeah.
Positive or negative. We love doing that. Same with people. It's kind of, that person must be a certain way because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous.
No, it's so not right.
I know. So letting go of judgment, just being, taking things for what they are, as they are, in each moment, and then just letting it go. So once that moment has passed, you're not carrying it with you. You're not taking it on to the next thing and the next thing. And do you know what was amazing for me? I had I came into work, didn't I, about 2 weeks ago. I came into work and it was a horrible day. Well, what we would consider a horrible day. It was grey, it was pouring down with rain. And I came in and I said to Tracy and Annie, I was like, I have had the best journey ever. And they're looking at me going,
like, what? What are you seeing outside?
Yes, what's going on with you? And because I had no judgment, because I'd left the house that day and I didn't look outside and go, what a miserable day. Oh, look, it's grey and horrible. And I had no judgment of the day. So I got in my car and all I saw on the journey was just all the autumn colours. So even though it was grey and dull, the sun wasn't shining, my brain picked out all the reds and the yellows and the greens and the browns. And I'm on the motorway now. I mean, the motorway isn't the most exciting journey. And I'm like, wow, look at this. Wow, look at the colours. And I was just in awe of the beauty that was around me, even though I'm just driving to work. And
that's what I've noticed. I've got a common opposite where I live. And I've lived there for 18 years. And since doing mindfulness, and I know to some people it would sound ridiculous, but it's almost like I'm walking in a different place. So, because when you quieten your mind and you're not thinking, because I used to use that time to go, right, what am I going to do today now? And I'd be walking the dogs. I never really,
in the future.
I never appreciated what the dogs were doing. It was a chore. I just thought, come on, right, I've got to do this. And it was right, what's next? What about that? What about that? What about work now? What about this? And now I actually use that walk, because I don't do a huge amount of meditating. I use that as my meditation. So I mindfully walk, and I've noticed, I was like, I didn't realise those bushes were there. oh my God, that's
But
a
it
beautiful tree. Look at the colour on that house. Oh, I might choose that colour for my house. And just what an enjoyable
That's
experience.
mindful movement. Because
Yeah.
you can use mindfulness
Well, that works for me then.
in all sorts of ways.
And
So
walks,
whether
I've done
yeah.
walks, and I just literally, instead of any time, like some thoughts do creep in my head, and then I just go, oh, okay, let that one
Yeah.
pass.
And that's the thing, they're like clouds.
Yeah.
There's lots of clouds passing all the time, all these thought processes, but it's just letting them pass over rather than kind of engaging in them and bringing them in. And, you know, unless they're obviously happy thoughts.
Yeah.
If they're happy thoughts and positive thoughts
Chuck it in.
that are going to, you know, boost you and give you that lift,
Yeah.
then, you know, crack on with that. We love all of that. We all want you to feel that kind of happy vibe, and we all want you to, you know, realise that actually, if you are feeling a bit stressed, a bit anxious, a bit worried about everything that's going on, you don't have to feel like that. It's a choice. You have a choice as to what your mind is thinking. Okay, you're in control of that, and you can change what's going on in here. But you've got to get that good feeling vibe going on, and you've got to choose the thoughts you think about. So maybe think about things that make you happy. Do things that make you happy. Go over old pictures that make you happy. Put music on that makes you happy. And just get that vibe up.
I find the three things, that, a few people have told me this, so I thought I'll try it. Think of 3 things that make you grateful every morning.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the general things are, you know, people, I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my house. But I started thinking, I'm grateful for the trees, I'm grateful for, and what, you know, it's just being grateful gives you a really positive feeling.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because you then feel lucky. Grateful, lucky, and that puts you in a lovely mood.
But there's actually studies. So there's actual studies and research going on with gratitude. So gratitude has shown to improve people's health and well-being, reduce feelings of stress and anxiety and depression. Yeah, there's studies going on with this, and it's huge. And I think we are so lucky in this country, and we take things for granted. And you know, feeling so grateful for the water. I have clean running water in abundance that is coming out of my taps.
Yeah, but we take that for granted every day.
You know, there are so many people in this world, like millions of people in this world, that don't have access to just clean water.
I know.
You know, and they go walk miles and miles and miles with these big containers to fill up with dirty water. And here we just do that. You know, there's so many things we can feel grateful for. So gratitude, I'm glad you mentioned it, is another way that you can do your mindfulness and your meditation practice.
I find,
so
for me, breathing.
Yeah.
Because I think you've always got that to come back to. So I focus on my breath because it just kind of slows me down. So, you know, I'll inhale, exhale, and then just count as well sometimes when I'm doing it. And that'll calm me right down and put me in more of a mindful place. Mindfulness walking is great for me, and the gratitude thing. And those 3 things. And I am one of these that works.
What works for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's what you tap into and what works for you. Definitely. Because you've done some breathing exercises this week that you weren't aware of. So with the Sunflower Community, so it's the private Facebook group that I've set up, which discusses the Sunflower Method, the method that I use to get myself well, to get myself out of depression and anxiety, and also to cure myself of my chronic illness. And each week I do a different topic, and this week is all about breathing. And I know there's some of the breathing techniques you've used that you hadn't come across before, and didn't realise, I guess, the benefits of breathing, and there was so much to it.
Well, yeah, you think, you know, well, you breathe, it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
But I'm sat at a desk all day, the way, even this week, the improvement in the way I'm holding myself posturally, if that's a word, and
it is a word. It is a word.
But yeah, just by breathing into my abdomen,
using the diaphragm.
Yeah, you know, and not, because you do stick in your chest, and especially I'm well, as you know, I talk quite a lot. Then
I know she doesn't shut up.
Yeah, I do talk quite a lot. But you kind of hold it in your chest then.
Yeah.
But now, breathing through my nose and actually concentrating on when you breathe in, that your tummy should come out.
Yeah.
And that, honestly, I do have to admit though, when I was watching it initially, I was lightheaded and everything, because I think I was like, really sucking it in, and then I was like, what am I going to do now? Hold my breath for a bit, and then I was really light-headed. I was like, right, start again. But I've practiced it a bit now this week, and
you noticing the difference?
What a simple thing!
Only in a few days.
Oh, yeah.
That's brilliant. That's
Yeah,
really good. So I think, you know, if anybody out there wants to try some meditation or some mindfulness, the breath and breathing exercises are probably the easiest one to start with, I would say. And also it has a huge physiological effect. Once you start with that, the breathing exercises, because it reduces tension and it has a feeling of calm, changes your posture, it can have a knock-on effect to things like tension headaches, to back pain, to jaw pain. So do you know what? If you're going to try anything, try and do some breathing exercises. There's some on our website, there's some on the Get Your Vibe Up Facebook page, and also if anybody wants to join the Sunflower community, you can do that as well. There's lots of things that we've put out there, or go and have a look on YouTube, or maybe some of the apps that we mentioned, Insight Timer, Calm, Headspace, and those Deepak Chopra. They're all fabulous. So
and they're free. So
they're free. Exactly, they're free.
Do it. Try it. Honestly, I've never really been into anything like that, and I'm loving mindfulness. Love it.
Yeah,
Love
it's game changer, an absolute game changer. So if you haven't done anything, do that. Okay. Give it a go this weekend, guys. Hope you have an amazing weekend. I hope the sun stays out and you'll get out and about. It's beautiful in the autumn. I love the autumn.
I love the colours.
Yeah, it's amazing. So we'll see you next week. So hope you've enjoyed, and I'll catch you soon. Bye, guys.
See you next week.